Behind this simple order today, in our modern age of air power, stand broad new military concepts. For out of the trials and furies of the last great conflict emerged a new power, the United States Air Force, spearhead of our nation's defense and offense in battle, an indomitable instrument of diplomacy in peace. But today, as these men and planes fly westward to become a striking power of our overseas forces, behind them stands a nation strong of industry and of moral purpose. A nation which must support its men throughout the world for sustained operations. Realizing the vital role of logistics in war, the Air Force prepares now for future emergencies. While the Air Group flies alternate routes over the vast Pacific, accurate checks are kept of mechanical requirements and of human performance. The 30 planes require 1 million gallons of high-test gasoline. They must transport over 600 trained personnel. And to assure their immediate operational preparedness, the Air Group carries with it over 54 tons of spare parts and emergency equipment. Then follows long-range logistics support, a parade of fuel tankers and oilers, a stream of highly trained Air Force personnel, ground crews, technicians, doctors, clerks, administrators, and limitless lines of supplies, equipment, food, parts, and materials. In an age of speed and a shrinking world where distances are measured only in hours, this air group soon arrives at its destination, Okinawa, last bloody battleground of World War II. Soon after the air group lands, they are called together by the wing commander to learn of their mission's importance in the defense of the nation and in preparation for future emergencies.
Gentlemen, we are all assembled in Okinawa for the first time today. We are here for several important reasons. The first and most important of which is to be part of the striking force of the Far Eastern Air Force. Further, we are to maintain accurate consumption data on all supplies and all aircraft parts utilized while we are in the Far Eastern theater. That, gentlemen, is of great importance, and I can't stress it too greatly. Many men died during the war for lack of similar opportunity and experience.
During that past conflict, death and valor were together in the skies. Many planes were lost and many men, as they paid the heavy price to assure command of the aerial highways. Our gallant airmen fought through barricades of flak and fighters, fulfilling another mission of the Air Force, destroying the enemy and his war potential on the enemy's soil, destroying in the air his fighter interception. We are reminded of this inevitable sacrifice demanded in any human conflict in flaming, forceful terms. But we also lost planes to an enemy equally as dangerous, equally as deadly, a formidable foe of logistics, almost too little, almost too late. For these planes in a graveyard, some grounded because of insufficient parts and equipment, were also just as surely lost from action against the enemy. The lack of needed small parts too often prevented their dropping tons of bombs on enemy installations. But today our planes are assured of all necessary parts to keep them flying. From the material records of the past war and from peacetime research, the Air Force has scientifically evaluated an air group's requirements for sustained operations. It is based upon a principle that one required spark plug, when missing, is more vital than many engines in stock but not needed. Exact numbers of spare rudders, wheels, engines, cowlings, and other vital parts are determined. These, together with the smaller spare parts conveniently packaged into 10 bins, make up the flyaway kit, an innovation of supreme importance. Each air group carries with it 3 kits totaling 54 tons in all. Now they may move to any corner of the world on a moment's notice, assured of their own self-support for sustained operations. Here at Okinawa, these flyaway kits quickly fulfill their purpose. The air group must return to base as a fierce 50-knot crosswind sweeps the field. Expert pilots must struggle to keep their planes in line with the strip. But one plane straightens out a moment too late, damaging a wheel. In former times, this damage, occurring so soon after arrival at an advanced base, would have removed this plane from operation. Today, however, the scientifically prepared flyaway kit has anticipated this emergency. In a matter of minutes, the plane is again ready for any mission assigned it. But sustained operations depend not only upon adequate spare parts and supplies, but also upon the technical men who use them. In peace as in war, the ground crews remain the unsung heroes of the Air Force. In this age of air power, wherever planes carry the United States insignia, these skilled ground crews stand behind the flying men. Upon them may well rest the success or failure of any mission. At Okinawa, these crews ready B-29s for the first operational flight. Their competent hands attend to fueling, the skillfully handling of high explosives, which will fall at the split second of a bombardier's touch. To readying of intricate guns, vital defense against enemy aircraft, and to servicing all of the complex equipment carried in our modern bombers and fighters. The planes ready, the group commander calls together all men for briefing on their first operational mission. The long, steady lines of supply from American factories and farms have started to move. The flyaway kit has already kept planes prepared. The ground crews have done their job. Now the air crews are ready to perform their mission.
Gentlemen, today we start our 90-day training TDY maneuver as directed by Strategic Air Command. This is not going to be a picnic. It's going to mean long hours and long work for everyone. The lessons we learn here, if learned thoroughly, can well mean a difference between a crew missing in action and a mission successfully completed. When we have completed this 90-day training period, I want us to be able to go anywhere, at any time, and do anything we're directed to do.
Today, in this new age of air power and troubled peace, these men and planes stand prepared. They serve as the nucleus of our nation's air arm, able to be swiftly activated in time of storm and crisis. But behind this air arm must stand a nation strong of purpose and of industrial might, prepared to meet its objective, so that over all mankind may fly our ever vigilant wings of peace.